So I commonly refer to that as the idea stage. So, and actually I would actively encourage at that stage for founders to do their research in terms of finding a lawyer they might want to work with. And I suppose I say that because what we do, and obviously what some of our peers do in the industry, and I can recommend some other lawyers, I always like to speak highly of other people, is provide not just legal advice, but actually putting people in the right direction to where they need to get to. So, and we can talk about that holistic service, that people provide, but it's so much more than just being a lawyer. And yes, I can tell you, I can run clearance searches on your name, and I can tell you whether it might infringe someone else. I can tell you how to protect it. We can go down that route. Yes, and that costs money. But actually, I think one of the most vital things on an early stage perspective is actually, just finding someone that can provide some guidance. So because we talk to many founders, I've actually seen scenarios where, I've had a founder come to me, or a founder's gone somewhere else, and it's quite clear that they need a CTO. They have great financial experience or great commercial experience, but actually, it's quite clear that they're lacking someone with sort of technical experience. And actually, we've sort of hooked people up and partnered people together to build something quite beautiful, basically just on a relationship thing. We said, I know this person, why don't you reach out? They're looking for some form of technical role for some equity in a business. Why don't you reach out? But I think it's always important to just get to know the market, reach out to people. Don't be afraid to ask questions. There's a lot of us, not just lawyers, whether it's growth tech accountants or scale advisors, I don't know, coaching. There's a lot of mentoring in the early stage. There's a lot of people who are willing to collaborate to support people in their idea stage. So you just don't know how far you can get. And I'm sort of talking myself. Oh, there we go. There's my dog that I said wouldn't bark through that.
Yeah, we were notified before that.
So definitely get in touch with someone as soon as possible, because you never know what they can bring to the table.
Right. Okay. You're absolutely right, I think. And but there are so many cases when you work on a startup with your friend or with a family member, and you think, oh my God, nothing can go wrong. We're just best friends, and in this case, so we never went to a lawyer at the idea stage, and now we have, I don't know, 1,000 customers, and things are starting to get more serious. So did we miss the point of going to a lawyer, or it's better late than never?
Yeah, I mean, 100% it's definitely better late than never. And actually, it's probably never too late. Well, unless the company fails, but then you've got different problems. But yeah, and I think, one thing actually, which is probably quite important just from a legal perspective and keeping fees down, is that actually what I find is, as lawyers, we make more money if someone hasn't come to us earlier, because we end up actually having to rectify or fix things that could have been avoided, later down the line. So actually, I do encourage people to come, because you can get much better deals out of us as lawyers. We'll support you. We can build things, for you on more cost-effective models. Whereas if you come to us and you say, "Oh, I need your help. We've got this thing we need to do it tomorrow, and we've done all this stuff," and you're like, "Well, there's a bit of a problem here. We need to rewind and do it quite quickly." Then it can obviously cost a lot of money.